Let's go! I have my PC volume on, that's awkward. Everyone, we are fucking back. We are back. Let's do it. It's good to be back. Everyone who's watching right now, please comment. Please message the chat. Talk amongst yourselves. We are back racing once again in the main series, CCRL Esports. Let's do it. Let's get it. Oh my god, feels good to be back. As your commentator, Unleash My Havoc. Woo! We are live. Let's go! Dude, it's been so long. This offseason took forever. Oh my god. A lot has changed. A lot has changed. Namely, all teams except for Chevrolet are now rebranded. So, if you're new, this won't really mean anything to you, but we have six new team changes. Ferrari from last season is now Mazda. McLaren rebranded to Toyota. BMW, who I'm very sad that they are now no longer BMW, but they are now Audi. Alfa Romeo, the championship winners, have rebranded to Mercedes. Ford is now Porsche, so they're making a return. So is Mercedes technically, because they were... Mercedes was, who did Mercedes switch to? Please leave a message if you remember who Mercedes switched to. They switched to BMW. Never mind, right? I don't remember. I just don't remember. Anyways, Ford is now Porsche, and Hyundai is now Subaru. Mercedes to BMW to Audi, right? And then, yeah, Hyundai is now Subaru. That one was smart because they used to be Aston Martin and they sucked. And then they switched to Hyundai and then they still sucked. And then now they're Subaru, so maybe they'll suck in a better car. Who knows? Apologies if you are a Subaru fan. I like their cars, but they're no BMW. Also, very new driver lineups as well. This league has, like, in no small part due to myself in my Reddit posts, not going to take credit, but I will take some credit, has catapulted and, like, doubled and, like, tripled in size, but almost, I know doubled, I definitely probably has tripled at this point. We have so many people in this league now. So I'm just going to read out the new lineups for you guys. We have on Subaru, team principal Plexus with a Z, not with an S, contrary to what some people think. Is this accurate? Plexus, is the lineups sheet accurate? Because it looks like you are driving, unless you're not driving today. Because you're still the TP, right? So then you're not driving, you're just hosting. Oh my god, fine, I'll spectate, jeez. Spectator options, display info, all, there we go. Aeronogus leads it off. God, quit your whining, Cintiq. Anyways, okay, we'll just say that Plexus is TP, so he's just hosting. Gotcha. Okay, man, here comes everyone. MJK finally figured out how to switch the S to a Z. Octavian joins. But the driver lineups are Subaru has Futazos and Aestes. Aestes, I don't believe, will be racing with us today. Plex and Pac are racing. Okay. Chevrolet maintains Baked Gaming from last season and adds Joystick Justin in replace of oh no, what was his name? Beck. There we go. Mazda, formerly Ferrari, has Kimi once again making a return, and MJK, who joined moments ago. Mercedes maintains their lineup. They're 1-2 in the championship lineup from last season of Albertini, the CCRL Season 1 champion of the main series, and Tom Soft, the main series runner-up. Toyota, formerly McLaren, maintains their lineup that they ended with the season of Crackerzack and Janosch. That was a solid lineup. Audi maintains Pekka. Obviously, Octavian is no longer in that seat. Versus will be replacing him from last season. Porsche, formerly Ford, maintains Joe, and I think they signed Aaron Nuggies for a race or two at the end. I think I remember him in Nürburgring. So they keep that lineup very nice. And those are the lineups. But another huge thing that happened is the fact that we have, I don't know, a feeder series now? What? What does that mean? Unleash My Havoc. What is a feeder series? Well, that is basically because we have so many people in this league. There we go. We have so many people in this league now that it is possible for us to make an entirely new series, another 14 driver series, 7 teams, and it is in the GR4. And Nuggies raced for McLaren in the final race. Gotcha. Oh yeah, right. That was the one that he got pole position, I think. Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, we have a entirely new series of Group 4 cars. These are obviously Group 3s. Joe loving the livery on the Porsche. Looks very nice. Kind of hope you guys do a Golf livery for the main season, because that's what my Porsche is in GTA, and it looks insanely great. But oh my god, that sound! You're right, Sim. Oh my god! Just keep it in 5th gear the entire race, so you can just hear the high revs. Oh, it's like an F1 car. But yeah, so we have feeder drivers for each team, and I'll be honest, I wasn't paying the most attention during the off-season, so I couldn't tell you if there is opportunity for promotion and demotion within teams. If you know in the chat, please let me know and enlighten all of us who maybe did not pay any attention in the off-season whatsoever. If there are demotions and promotions within the teams throughout the season, regardless of contracts. But yeah, that's very exciting. Those races will take place before the main series race. It'll be kind of a lead-in event. I may be streaming those. I know that I think Albertini is going to be commentating on those. But I am not positive. The Merc livery, let's take a look at the Merc livery. I don't know what Albertini's doing here, but let's get him on track, see what, and he has spun, and, oh wow. Well, there's your Merc livery. You can see it on Albertini as he completely binned his car. That's the back of it. Let's just keep it on MJK for that beautiful sound. It's a cool looking livery, so it's the 6-hour charity event. Nice. Let's see what else I put in my notes here. Oh yeah. So, the calendar is, I really like the calendar. I was, the fact that I'm in this F1 league as well now is really making me mix up things. So obviously we have our preseason race in Catalonia. The opening race of the season will be at Austria in the Red Bull Ring in Spielberg. No, it's not in Spielberg. Is it? It is in Spielberg, I think. Leave a message if you know basic geography, unlike me. And then we have, we're going Lago Maggiore for the second race, and then it's a double header in Italy as Monza takes the third race on the calendar, and then a double header in Japan. We have 4 Japanese races this season. Wow. But yeah, then after Monza it goes Suzuka and then Autopolis. Autopolis is going to be very interesting. Then we have a week break. We have basically split it up into 3 sections. After that week break, we come back swinging with Laguna Seca. That's going to be a lovely race. That was a great one. If I remember correctly, the driver from last year who performed amazing at Laguna Seca he's not racing anymore, I don't think, right? It was, who was it? I don't remember. If you remember, which driver for BMW had a breakout race in Laguna Seca last year? It was their first race of the season. They were coming in as a reserve, unsigned, and they were racing for BMW. If you remember who it was, leave a message. Anyway, it's after Laguna Seca. It was Danny V8. There we go. After Laguna Seca, we go to Tokyo Expressway, South Inner Loop. That better be at night. And then, are we keeping Brands Hatch in there? Admin, if you would like to confirm, because obviously the message below, but I'm pretty sure that we just swapped where that is, right? And then, we're going back to, Panorama. Oh, that'll be nice. And then Spa, Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. And then another week break following up Spa, and then we end the season strong with Interlagos, Fuji, and the Nürburgring once again. Okay, yeah, Brands Hatch did just move down, gotcha. And we're going to once again end the season with Interlagos, Fuji, and Nürburgring. That'll be awesome. Very excited for that. And while we are just about ready to begin qualifying in, I think, 10 minutes, we did have a preseason power rankings voting, and I will go ahead and just give you the results of that for our viewers who definitely don't already know the results because they are in the Discord, most of them. Mercedes, obviously, even though they switched teams, still have the best 2 drivers, probably, unless something happened with everyone else. With 89 voting points, you would basically just vote who's first, who's second, who's third, etc. Mercedes, Mazda, Porsche, BMW, Toyota, Subaru, Chevrolet. Chevrolet coming in last. That's kind of yikes, but kind of to be expected given their performance last season. No surprise, Albertini and Tom Soft 1 and 2 in the drivers' rankings. Aeronogius took 3rd after only racing like 3 races, or like 1 or 2 races. So that was crazy. NJK took 4th. That is also kind of crazy. I mean, you can just hear that beautiful sound. Oh, it's so good. And let's see. Raja, Raja, dude, remember those drives in the Ferrari, that was great. Raja and Pekka, Joe Poctavian, Zach Baked, Astis, Janosh, Ayo Fuzos. What's that? 31 voting points. That's not a lot of voting points. Gotta pump those numbers up. We're starting qualifying. Oh, you guys are gonna love this if you play F1. Once we start it, obviously. But you're gonna love what I prepared for you guys. You are going to tune in, volume up, for when qualifying starts. In 5 seconds, you are going to flip in, get a good laugh out of this. Do not go anywhere. As the qualifying starts, okay, here we go. It's a pleasure to have you join us here at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, as we proceed through qualifying and head into the meat of race day to see just who will claim victory at the Spanish Grand Prix. The Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, then, a track that will certainly force the drivers to push themselves as they make their way through the 9 rights and 7 lefts of this technical circuit. One main feature of this 4.6 kilometer race is the very impressive main straight going into turn 1. It's a straight that will likely be a hot spot for overtaking throughout the race due to the slipstream that these Group 3 cars generate in a straight line. One key moment to watch out for in this race is going to be that opening lap with all of these drivers barreling towards turn 1 at that very sharp right-hander. Some advice I'd have would be first put your car into a bit of space and make sure you leave room to react to what the others are doing. Then just watch your mirrors and really be aware of the other cars around you. Finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap is there doesn't mean you should ruin your race and others by trying to steal a position on that first turn. But enough from me. Let's take a look at the drivers as they head to the track for qualifying. Do you guys like that? Tell me you like that. Tell me you get it at least. Because I enjoyed doing that quite a lot. Why are we canceling? What's going on? Aaron Ogies, how did you do that? You muppet. Zach, cancel entry. Dang, all of that awesome prep wasted because Aaron Ogies didn't ready up. Shame. It sounds cringe because it's written by Codemasters. And it sounds sick because it's spoken by Croft and Anthony Davidson instead of Martin Brundle. Martin Brundle. Everyone, make sure you. There we go. We got 11 people. That's not bad. 11. That's only missing 5. That's not bad. Wait, no, only missing 3. Yeah, never mind. I'm dumb. Only missing 3. Need to rise faster. Okay, we're back for the qualifying. I like that livery that you're rocking, Albertini. It's a good one. And remember, this preseason race is the Audi liveries. Let's take a look at them. Oh, yes. Oh, very nice. That looks really good. Is there another Audi driver? Oh, baby, those 2 liveries just, oh, wow. Knocked it out of the park, guys. Good job. Okay, now we're in the qualifying. Okay, that was confusing. I won't say it again. As Albertini will be the first to leave the pit lane as he gets ready for his qualifying lap. And everyone's leaving. It's a storm out. Albertini will lead the pack down with versus Joe Plux as Sven Respect, Raja, Aaron Ogies, MGA, K, Octavian, Zach, Inzen, Janosh. Both of the Toyota drivers will be ending it. God, those cars look insane. I wish that was what they went for the Supra instead of what it is now. But honestly, it still looks really good now, so it's not that big of a deal. But Albertini will be the man to watch. As you know, this season might be a bit closer in terms of the top drivers, the top cars. I think there's potential for a much closer championship fight with obviously Aaron Ogies being extremely talented. What's going on in the back? With Aaron Ogies being extremely talented and in a very fast car. I think it'll be very, very interesting to see after the first section of the season where things are marked up. Albertini heading through the 3rd sector now, just getting ready to start his flying lap. 11 in the morning. Why am I yawning? I don't know what's going on. And here we go. First, let's just go on board him here as he begins his flying lap. Albertini, the reigning world champion, barreling down towards turn 1 on this very long main straight. Easy on the braking, get the apex, and then right back, swing it to the left for turn 2, and then remember, you got to go right back around, maybe a little bit wider. You can kind of see the racing line there on the track as it now widens up. Oh, he's going to have to let off a little bit. Very nice control there by Albertini as he now heads down towards turn 4, which is one that I always mess up on in Formula 1. I always end up hitting the gravel in the grass on the left side there. But he nails it perfectly now down towards 5. That seventh gear to second gear on Formula 1. Oh, and he loses the back end a lot. He dips it into the sand. That's going to cost him a lot of time as he now heads towards 7 and 8 very quick in succession. And then the big turn up towards 9 where it's going to be the very close to flat out right-hander. There it is. And now the second DRS straight. Obviously no DRS, but this will provide drivers following a chance to close up with the slipstream mechanics. Now down towards turn 10, a very tight hairpin, and then a very technical third sector here with 11 and 12 being corners you could lose a lot of time on if you're not careful. Now down towards 13, and then 13, 14, and 15 is ones you have to get absolutely pinpoint on the apex. He does a decent job. A little bit slower than you probably would have liked, but still nonetheless good lap coming down towards now 16 and the finish line. What's the time going to be? The time is going to be a 1:44.9. That is the time to beat, as now Joe coming through in the Porsche will come nowhere close with a 1:47.5 versus a well, here we go. As everyone comes in, Aeronogis goes second fastest. Why is it not letting me pick him? There we go. Aeronogis went second fastest. Is he going to go for another one right here? Back-to-back flying laps. We'll stay on board with him. Plexus. I don't like that. That was... And what are we doing, boys? Very dangerous re-entries from both Plexus and MJK. Most likely ruined any chance of a good lap from Aeronogis. That was just poor awareness from those two drivers. Just listen to that. Ay, so good. But yeah, MJK and Plexus both very awkward on the re-entry. God, the Super just looks so strange. It's just like what is that? Like the ultimate time attack car. But right now Albertini is still the time to beat with a 1:44.4. And Aeronogis is only about a 10th behind, very close. MJK only has about a we'll just say 3/10 gap as Aeronogis stops on track for a second. It is five cars basically within a second of each other. That's always good to see. Krakerzak and Janosch, teammates, very close. That's good to see. Under a 10th apart. As Joe does not set a competitive enough time, neither does Versus. As who's crossing right now? It's MJK on a flyer. In that beautiful Mazda concept car. Formerly Ferrari. It's going to suck to not see the Ferraris on the track, but, you know, it was a hard car to drive. And, it was a hard car to drive. And it is, all of these cars are wide, I feel like, you know. And it just, I don't think it was competitive enough, the Ferrari. Obviously, Raja drove the crap out of it, but let's see what MJK can do here as he is in the second sector currently and going through 5. And let's see what he does down into 6, 7, and 8. Ooh, very nice on the apex. Absolutely pushing the limits there on tracks as he heads up towards turn 9. Just watching the revs, he's taking it in 3rd. Interesting, as Albertini took it in 4th. That's just the difference in cars, maybe the difference in drivers. As now down towards turn 10. Little shaky coming out of 10, but he does maintain control. It's always a driver preference on whether you want to go close or wide on turn 12. I personally tend to start wide and then cut in. Some people start in and then go wide. It really depends on your own preferences. Now, heading down towards the finish line, here comes MJK's time is looking good, but will it be good enough? It will not be good enough. He ends up going about half a second slower than his personal best time. Has not improved. Aranogis and Albertini also on fast laps will be on board the Porsche driver Aranogis in a Turkish Airlines sponsored livery, as he is about halfway through the 3rd sector. And we'll go... I was going to pretend like I'm driving, but I don't believe that. It would be appealing for people to watch. So we'll just stay on the chase cam, where we can just look at that beautiful front end as he begins a flying lap, hopefully looking to unseat Albertini on pole position. As here comes Aranogis down into turn 1. You can see our helicopter coverage, which is where we get our aerial shots. Very shaky out of turn 1 and into turn 2. Does recover nicely, but that might cost him a couple hundredths, if not more. Pluxus is in front, so he's going to have to do the right thing and just get out of the way. Obviously, he ruined the lap before, but we'll see. Purple 1st sector for Aranogis by about a 10th and a half. That is good. That gives him some wiggle room to work with in terms of dealing with Albertini, as Albertini now is about to start his flying lap as well, so we'll be switching between the two, as Aranogis now barreling towards turn 7 here, now up into 8. Obviously, you have to take it a lot slower than you think you do, because it is a sharper left than you would imagine it to be. That's a very slow turn, turn 9 there for Aranogis. Probably wishing he could have been a bit more, but it doesn't matter. He's still 2.5 tenths up on Albertini's time. And now, let's see, will he be able to get the 3rd sector proper? Dirty air of Plexus, he is driving through. Raja goes 3rd fastest with the 144.6. That is beautiful driving from Pagal Raja, as now Aranogis looking extremely fast, heading down towards the final turn 16, now down towards the main straight. What is his time going to be? It's going to be a very quick time, a very competitive time, and pole position by half a second. 143.893. Beautiful lap from Aranogis. Now let's be on Albertini again. Green green 1st sector. Let's see what it's looking like after the 2nd sector. He's going to be wanting to regain all of that time. He is up by 2 tenths on his personal best, but that'll still leave about 3 tenths to gain in the final sector for Albertini, as he goes very quickly through turn 11. Now a bit slower through turn 12, but still very speedy in that Mercedes AMG. Now down through 13, through 14, looking very spicy, avoiding the curb on 14, but it doesn't matter. Still gets a very good exit into 16. And now what is that time going to be? It's going to be very close, but it actually will not be close. He doesn't improve. He actually loses a lot of time. He lost about 2.5 tenths in that 3rd sector, so that's going to be something to worry about, not just for qualifying, but for the race. With under 7 minutes left in qualifying, the order goes Aranogis, Albertini, Raja as your top 3. MJK, here Raja's setting another, he's just going to go into the pits. Raja, MJK, Poctavian, Crackerzak, Janosh, Plexus, Svander Speck, Joe, and Versus rounds out the order. Beautiful lap from Aranogis. Is anyone else on a flyer? Albertini is on another flyer. He looks to make up for that pretty disastrous 3rd sector. You want to do driver's eye? We'll go driver's eye. Is that what you meant? Or do you want hood view, Simtic? Because I can do hood view as well. But we are hood view or this one? Hood view or this one? I need a verbal confirmation. Hood view or this one? We are on board with Albertini. This one? Okay, we are on board. We have a camera inside of Albertini's forehead currently being used to give us this footage. This is mind-boggling, groundbreaking technology here. As you can see, he's in the third sector right now, just going through 13 and now heading down into 14. Oh, bit shaky out of 13, but manages. Oh, he's going very slow now. He will. There's no way he's sets the best, and he just comes into the pits. Let's see who's on a lap. MJK's on a lap. We'll go driver's eye for him. Inside of that Mazda concept car. Forget what it's called, but it doesn't matter. Heading now into 10. Starting his third sector. He's looking pretty good as now. He does have a whole second separating his current time and Aeronogi's time. But again, you never know what's going to happen with this car. Brand new to the season. Brand new to the league. It's going to be spicy to see how he manages it. Now let's see what he's going through. Out of 15. Very shaky. Rode the sausage curb. Oh, very shaky. Control it, control it. It's not going to be a close enough time by any means. Or will it? No, it will not. He does not improve. He loses so much time. Not a great lap overall. Will he try a second one, or will he just go into the pits? I believe Joe just set a 1:45.5, puts him 6th fastest. Zach goes now 6th fastest, right over Joe with a 1:45.068. All these drivers, if they're going to want a competitive time during the race, should be aiming for sub 1:45s. Otherwise, you'll just get left behind by the top drivers. Who just crossed the line there? Pluxus did. Wow, what a gap from Pluxus to the Dutchman. 4 thousandths of a second. Speaking of 4,000s, I made Q2 in my Formula 1 2021 my team with BMW Motorsport by 7 thousandths of a second in Season 1. Mazda is starting with a second row provisional lockout. Very good stuff. RX Vision, that's what it's called. That thing looks so sick. Oh my god, it looks so cool. And what engine is that in it? V12? Maybe a V10, probably V10, right? Let's see. Aeronogis is on another flyer. Let's see if he's gonna even improve further. Maybe try and aim for around 143.5? Oh, right, it's the rotary. I'm an idiot. Supercharged V12 twin turbo rotary is what's in that. Yeah, Aeronogis maybe aiming for a mid 143. Albertini just trying to get into the 143s because he right now is not. He's still in the 144s, which obviously you're going to want to improve with 2.5 minutes remaining in qualifying. It does sound close to the V12, right? But Aeronogis now in the third sector, looking very confident, very in control of the car, now through, heading up towards 13, and now the down, the right, the left, the right of 14, 15, and, oh, gets just over the sausage curb, might lose a bit of time there, just in that air time. Now down towards the main straight, he's looking good. I don't know if he's going to be able to improve. He will not improve. Oh, never mind, he does improve. Very slightly, though, only by about 0.05 of a second. But still, any improvement is good improvement, as Albertini has basically a second penalty, and he's just going to avoid that lap. Maybe set himself up for one final lap here. That's not going to be ideal, as he's not on super fresh soft tires now, but he is barely used any of them, so he's just going to be getting up for a good launch. Aeronogis doesn't need to take a lap here. I feel like he's pretty confidently in the pole position, as Albertini obviously only his best is a 144.49. He really needs to find some time here, and I don't know where he's going to find it because he has been looking very shaky in the third sector throughout this qualifying race. Down towards turn 1. Let's put in the chat your predictions for how many, or for if there will be a crash into turn 1. Yes or no? Will there be a crash into turn 1? I say yes, there will be. But now heading towards turn 4, Albertini did not find any time in the first sector. Actually lost time. Lost 37 thousandths. 300ths and 7 thousandths. Now down towards 5. And then that he goes a bit wide off, really teasing the curve limits. And then teasing it through the bend, the dog leg on turn 6, now up through 7 and 8. Goes a bit too far inward, I would say, to maintain a lot of momentum, but now through 9 actually looks pretty good. Let's see what his sector time's going to be. Okay, it does have a very wide exit there, but every driver's been doing that. What will his time be? He has lost so much time that all but gives Aranoglu's pole 100%. Albertini losing 2.5 tenths in that second sector. That's incredible. But Albertini now panicking for what will probably just be second place, but you never know. Raja is on a flying lap as well. We're going to go over to him in the Mazda RX Vision concept car. Obviously, he was with the team last year, drove the piss out of the Ferrari. Very shaky out of turn 8. Now let's see what he does through 9. Stays in 4th gear the whole time. That's maybe the key to the success there, because Aranoglu's did that as well. Now down, barreling towards 10, get on the brakes. He has got a personal best by about 300ths, but will it be enough? Will he find enough time to gain 2 tenths in the third sector to maybe steal second place from Albertini? I do not know. I do not believe so, but, you know, stranger things have happened in Barcelona. Let's see what he's doing now through 14 and 15. He is looking very speedy. He's looking very quick. Raja now barreling towards the line. What's his time going to be? He does not. Oh, he did lose just a bit of time there. He will stay third. But overall, a great qualifying for Mazda, starting 3 and 4 in their first race, or even though it's preseason, in their first showing competitively in the league, which is great. So the qualifying order will go Aranoglu's, Albertini, Raja, MJK, Poctavian, Crackerzak, Mighty Joe, Janosch, Plexus, Svanderspec, and Versus. So not a great showing from the Audis, as looks like Svanderspec has damage. But yeah, both Audis not performing super great. You would think that R8 has a bit more power to give. Livery looks on fire though. That might be livery of the year. But as we now prepare for the race, that is your order. Let's go to the grid for the start of the race. Oh, this is going to be so good. It's been so long since I've been able to say these words. But as the drivers line up on the line, Aranoglu's leads, Albertini, Raja, MJK, Poctavian, Zach, Joe, Janosch, Plexus, Svanderspec, and Versus round out the grid. Here we go as we await for the lights to go out and the drivers revving their engines, and we are racing in Barcelona. Aranoglu gets a good start, but Albertini gets a better one as Albertini now leads comfortably by a car length as Poctavian puts his Subaru into second place. How will it come out of turn 1? Albertini got an amazing launch and a very poor one for Aranoglu. Poctavian comfortably sits in second, but Albertini leads by about half a second already. Aranoglu right on the back of Poctavian. Oh, wow, what a poor start for Aranoglu, but he is now down to third already. Poctavian, an absolutely incredible launch, gets into second place. Raja stays in front of his teammate MJK. Obviously, they moved down 1 place each due to Octavian's incredible push up the front. And so the order leads after 5 or 6, 7 turns now, heading up into 8 and 9. Albertini, Octavian, Aeronogis, Raja, MJK, Joe, Plexus, Janosh, Zach, and Versus. But we are on board right now with Aeronogis. I don't know why it doesn't let me switch it during the race. If anyone knows why, please let me know, because it's very annoying. But Aeronogis. Here, actually, I am going to do that just so it's easier for the viewer. Aeronogis kind of panicking now. 1.6 seconds to the leader of Albertini. Albertini, again, incredible. Octavian just came out of nowhere, really, in the Subaru. Incredible. Is it all-wheel drive, the Subaru? Because that would explain it. But Octavian already under pressure from Aeronogis as down the main straight. Aeronogis has a half a second penalty, but he doesn't care. He's right on the back of Octavian, using the slipstream, going around the outside, heading into turn 1. Who's going to have it? It looks like Aeronogis will have it, shaving a bit off that penalty into turn 1. What a nice pass from Aeronogis, nice and clean. Octavian relegated to 3rd, but still in incredible position as now Raja has clean air in front and behind, about a second in front, 1.7 behind. He is just going to look to maintain the tires, put the pace on. In terms of tires, everyone is starting on the softs. Aeronogis still has a 3/10 penalty here. Octavian right on the back, sticking very close to Aeronogis, looking really solid in the Subaru there. Oh, they have to be rear wheel? Oh, okay. I did not know that. Raja still following, but let's stay on Octavian here as he tries through sector 2, through turn 9 now. How will he deal with the dirty air of that Porsche? Looking pretty good so far, gaining time out of turn 9, using the drafting process. It sets a purple sector. Very, very interesting. You wouldn't really expect that. We did not expect that at all coming into the race. Now, Octavian right on the back, hovering around that 4/10 time. Almost lost it there. Good composure, good control from the German of Octavian. As now down towards turn 16. He lost a bit of time there to Aeronogis, but will he try and draft it back? As obviously Aeronogis gets another half-second penalty. What's going on with him? That's incredible. And there we go. He's starting to pull away from Octavian, as Octavian not really able to get a lot of time. But Raja now making some time up on Octavian. As you can see, he is now under a second, and he's just going to be looking to close and close and close and close in that Mazda. And then, here's a scrap. Plexus in the Subaru, MJK in the Mazda, and Svanderspek in the Audi making big gains, as now they're 2 wide following Plexus. Oh, they make a little bit of contact there, it looks like. Svanderspek now losing the spot to MJK, who's still on the back of Plexus. Plexus has a 1-second time penalty, and here he goes around the outside. Svanderspek, does he get it on MJK? He barely does, but who's going to come out? Looks like MJK might not have the pace to keep the position. He does not. Wow. What a move around the outside by Svanderspek, the Dutchman. As, into the wall goes MJK. He is in the wall. Does he have damage? He has incredible damage. Wow. That will really hurt his race. Huge crash there. Engine damage, front bumper damage, and front left tire damage. That will be race ending. Or maybe race ending. He might be retiring. Plexus now still under pressure from Svanderspek in the Audi, finding pace that he just couldn't find in qualifying. He is now right on the back of Plexus, as now down towards 13, and then 14, and then 15. Will he try and line something up along the main straight, as he is right on the back, did not lose any time through turn 16. Excuse me. He is going to be within slipstream range. He is hovering right around that half-second mark. He is gaining, though. And now you got to see Krakerzak right behind as well. He is just hoping that these two collide or something, just losing time Simtic, I know you got to be hurting off that. That was rough. Good racing, though, from MJK. Let's see. Raja now right on the back of Poctavian. Poctavian holding on to third, but for how long? As he's starting to struggle with those tires, starting to struggle with the pace, as Raja looking very strong, very confident, heading in through turn 5, and now down towards 6 and 7 here. Raja really hoping to gain about a 10th, just get the better cornering, avoid the dirty air, which is, I know, very hard to do through this second sector. But Raja looking in extreme control. Did lose a bit of time, but let's see how he is out of the corner. He has been very strong, and it doesn't change here as he has so much time. And he's, will he try something into turn 10? No way, surely not. Will he try the switch back with Poctavian? Oh, can't just quite get it. Poctavian, though, did act as a bit of a mobile chicane there, holding up Raja. He was very slow, and now Raja right on the back. This is going to be surely a pass attempt down into turn 1. But there, Raja just pushing the car to the absolute limit. Goes over the sausage curb. Both loose tire. And Raja! Oh no, Raja! Wow! Whoa! And he has spun it. Oh no! Raja in the other mod. Not a good day for Mazda. As Plexus, Stranderspec, and Zach all pass. Oh no, Raja, you had it, mate. You had it. Poctavian, you have nothing to be sorry for. That was just oh, Simtic, man. I would not want to be you right now. But yeah, Raja, that's just a racing incident. Poctavian, you're all good, man. No worries there. That was just a poor exit that had a bit of a domino effect. As Albertini under pressure from Aranogis, as he's made up some ground here on the Italian of Albertini. Let's take a look. Let's just ride along here with Aranogis as he chases down that Mercedes. Mercedes First Force, 2 German powerhouses. Neither with German drivers at the moment. At least not in these two. I probably am forgetting. But Aranogis chasing down Albertini, heading into turn 9. They are right on top of each other with about half a second. Aranogis gets a great exit. Albertini goes a bit wide. Aranogis now gaining a bit of time, staying right behind the Mercedes and just trying to gain hundredths upon hundredths through that slipstream speed. As now approaching the turn 12, very slow, long right-hander. Let's check tire wear here. Both looking pretty similar, actually, in terms of tire wear. Obviously, the AMG versus the RSR 911. It'd be cool if they had like a 992 or something. That was like in Group 3. But here we go. Aranogis is not really in slipstream range. He is, but not gaining a whole lot of time. Poctavian has a lot of time to find if he wants to get anywhere close. 6 seconds separating. But Albertini maintaining around that 6 to 7 tenths lead on Aranogis in the Porsche. Let's go down here a bit. Oh, we got Dutchman versus Crackerzack. Zach with a great pass in the Toyota FT1, I believe is what it is. Down into turn 1. We did say in the pre-race that turn 1 would be a huge overtaking opportunity due to obviously that long straight with the slipstream in this game, how it is. Is now Zach looking to gain on Plexus too. Plexus looking slow in the Subaru. Zach looking extremely quick now through turn 5. There's a whole pack behind as well with Joe, Janosh, Raja. They are all looking to make moves on each other, but the main point right here, Zach on Plexus. Oh, this is going to be close. They're right behind each other, heading into turn 9. Zach hoping he can get the better exit, and it looks like he is definitely going to get the better exit. As now Zach right on the back, getting the most of the slipstream, and now Plexus goes defensive on the inside. Zach, Plexus, don't stop, man. You still have 1.4 seconds, but don't stop. You're going to Zach's going to rear end you, mate. Plexus lost a bit of time there, but lost about 2 tenths through turns 10 and 11. But Plexus goes onto the grass a little bit and now goes braking very late, comes back onto the track, and is now came out right. That was a terrible exit by Plexus. That was awful. And he comes into the pits. That was just lost all the tires strength there. No damage though for Dutchman, which is good. But man, that was close. That could have been a really bad accident. As now Aronogi's back pressuring on Albertini. Let's see what he can do heading into turn 4. The deep roar of the Porsche as he chases down the Mercedes. It's tough to tell which one's faster. Right now, Albertini is holding his advantage. Aronogi still does have that fast lap, though. Aronogi is now still hovering that 6/10. They are miles ahead. They are 16 seconds basically ahead of third place. They are in a league of their own. This could be a Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton. Albertini with the quick chats. This could be a Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton type duel with the rest of the field miles behind. But wow, it was a very poor re-entry. Aronogi is now lost about a 10th and a half through turns 12 and 11. Don't know why I said them in verse. Probably because I didn't think I was going to include 11. Both roll over that sausage curve of 14 and now down towards 16. Aronogi's stays out while Albertini goes into the pits. Let's see if other drivers decide to follow with tire wear starting to become a factor. Will Zach go into the pits? Zach will go into the pits. Very late entry. Let's see if Dutchman decides to stay out. Joe goes in. Janosch goes in. Both Toyotas opting to pit. And now versus the other Audi driver, Shaky decides to stay out. So let's see. The order now runs Aronogi's Dutchman. Let's see. Albertini comes out in third. Why does it show Janosch? What is that? Anyways, Aronogi's, then comes Dutchman, then Albertini, then Versus in fourth. Obviously didn't opt to pit. Going to be really struggling on those tires. But he does find himself in fourth place right now. Octavian just pitted onto fresh mediums. Same with Zach, who's under pressure from Plexus, who still has that basically it's effectively a 2-second penalty. But he might want to try and just make a move here into turn 4. He's not going to be able to do it. But Plexus still right on the back of Cracker Zach in the Toyota FT1. He will be looking, just waiting for him when he goes down the inside. Will he try and get the move into turn 5? No, but he is going to shave a 10th off of that penalty. But he does have a great exit. And now, looking down the inside, Plexus into turn 7. He gets the inside, and he gets the move done. Beautiful move by Plexus in the Subaru. Now he just has to defend against Zach, heading into turn 9, and then into turn 10. Obviously, Zach will have slipstream down this straight here into turn 10, but will Plexus just go inside? No, Zach goes inside. Will he be the late breaker and get the move done? And Plexus maybe aiming for a switchback? He gets the switchback done. Does he hold it into 12? He loses the inside, but he does hold it. Wow, what a beautiful bit of racing there between Plexus and the Subaru and Zach in the Toyota. Wow, beautiful moves. Obviously, Plexus still does have penalties. He picked up another half-second one there. But wow, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful racing. Plexus looking very shaky. Plexus pitted onto softs, Zach on the medium, so maybe that's where he's finding that pace from. Albertini obviously passed after Aronogi's pitted, but gained a bunch of time. He gained about a second and a half, as Aronogi's has a 1.5 second penalty, so the undercut working very nicely for Albertini. Octavian sitting in third with 3 seconds to Plexus behind, who still has to worry about Zach. So right now, 3-4 for Mercedes, 3-4 for Subaru right now. That's working wonders. Raja making his way back up too. He's sitting in 6th right now. Oh, okay, so we did have a... I must have missed that, where MJK retired and left. Unfortunate. for the Mazda team, but Albertini holding that 1.5 seconds. Good for him. Octavian gaps in front and behind, looking very nice. Pluxus still has that lingering Toyota behind, but he does have that really big penalty, so that's going to be very interesting to see when he decides to do it. Coming up on about halfway through the race distance now, as Mazda 5.6 right here. No, the Mazda looks very similar to that Toyota, but the Toyota is currently looking like the faster car. But Raja driving his mind off. Okay, so take out Joe. That's what I figured. Lots of penalties here. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lots of penalties. 6 drivers. Over half have penalties. Let's see. Here we go. Pluxus very much under pressure. Oh, he tried to shave off penalty, but it's going to cost him a bit of time to Zach. Uh-oh, here he comes. Pluxus. Beautiful through 3. Listen to the burble and pop of that beautiful Subaru. And Zach Raja. Dutchman in P7, a lot better than where he started. A lot better. His teammate sitting at the bottom of the grid, but looking to pass Joe. Joe, contrast to Aranogis' teammate, having an absolute stinker. We haven't really talked about this, but just not a great race whatsoever, either in qualifying or in the race so far, sitting in 9th. It's honestly kind of a shock because you saw where he was last season, finishing 4th, finishing 4th, I believe, in the championship for Ford, who started as Nissan, but kind of maybe thinking that the panic button is starting to be looked at here for Porsche. If you are Dunshed right now, you might start be curious, because what is his contract like? Let's take a look here. I'm just gonna scroll through the Discord while I pretend like I'm talking, but I'm really just saying random words as I find Joe. As I find Joe. So he, that was from a while ago. That's not the right one. Joe, where is your contract, mate? Here it is. So he, get out clause, bad equals gone. That might be more of a reality soon than you hope. Bad equals gone. I don't know. Because right now, bad is correct for Joe so far. As Albertini's still holding that comfortable over 1 second gap. And then there's that ridiculous 17-second gap. Octavian has been driving incredible. So is Pluxus, still defending. Man, I just realized how cool the grille is on the Subaru. How it's like the color tint. Very nice. Zach trying anything. Obviously, he's going to get the position once Pluxus pits here soon. Obviously, I think he's the only person to pit. Yeah, Pluxus was the only person to pit onto another set of softs. So that'll be really interesting to see where he ends up with in terms of strategy. I wonder if he made that decision or if someone else did. But very, very bold. Obviously, it's allowing him to hold 4th place But for how much longer before those tires just blow up and then he has to pit? Maybe he comes into pit this lap right here. As Octavian, Aaron Ogies, and Albertini are our top three. Those top two in a class of their own. Octavian, the Lando Norris, or the Charles Leclerc of this race. Maybe more the Lando, because Aaron Ogies is the Charles Leclerc, and then Albertini is the Max. No, MJK is the Max because he spun out. Plexus right. Oh, he's under so much pressure. Which way is he going to go? He stays so far in. Zach into the braking zone. Goes for the switchback. Oh, they bump. Oh, I don't know. I don't like that. That was a very clear and obvious bump. As you guys just saw right there, Plexus pits, but Raja is on a heater right now. He goes very wide, cuts it. Whoa! What is that like return to speed thing? That was incredible. But Raja right on the back of Zach now. Zach going from the pressurer to the pressuree as Raja is right next to him, right side by side here. This is incredible as we see Raja just trying to hold it. He tries to go around the outside of turn 4. Very bold. Didn't quite pay off for him. But he is driving incredibly quick, making his way up the grid. If you're Octavian, you're loving this because this means that they're just fighting and keeping the gap to you where it is and not gaining because they're just, they're losing. They're obviously losing time fighting each other. They have Dutchman behind a little bit. Raja looking shaky in those turns. He does, like right there you can see just the back end is very slippery in that very similar to the Ferrari of last year actually, which he's familiar with. Doing a bit of drifting. Wow, Raja losing a lot of control. Those rear tires you can see, the ghosting. Those rear tires you can see are just so much more worn than Zach's, and you can see it in the timing as he has lost lots of time. Lost about a full second, and he cuts the corner. Stays out though, so he really just needs to focus. And while I'm talking, Aaron Ogies has, I don't know what even happened, but wow. Aaron Ogies right on the back of Albertini heading into turn 4. This will be huge. He looks to be in much more confidence with his car. He is flying. He has slightly less worn tires. Obviously, remember pitting after Albertini did, and now you can really see the difference with the tire wear. He does still have 2/10 penalty, but he can just make up for that the cheesy way on the turns, like the hairpins. But wow, what a scrap this is shaping up to be down the main straight. If Aaron Ogies can just hold on to this about half second gap, maybe close up a bit. Oh, he goes very wide. Oh, it loses a lot of control there, and that's going to benefit Albertini dramatically, as Albertini now needs to capitalize on that, finish this third sector very strongly. Mistake from the Porsche driver, Aaron Ogies, right there, as he just lost control. I'm surprised he didn't lose more control, but he didn't, so props to him, I guess. And Aaron Ogies now zooming. He brakes. He still has that 7/10. Now he gains a lot of time into turn 2, now 3. Where did that come from? Raja pits. Aranogui is now right on the back of Albertini. I don't know where he found that time from, but the red German car is now chasing the red German car. This is going to be a great scrap, as Albertini is under extreme pressure from the Porsche, as now Aranogui's thought about looking outside, obviously realized he had nowhere near enough room to make a move. Albertini is panicking now. He's starting to realize his tires are worn. They're still pretty similar, to be honest, but Aranogui just seems to be much more confident with the car as he is going. Got a better exit. He's in the drafting distance now. He needs, as Albertini stays defensive on the inside, Aranogui needs to get this third sector down perfectly if he wants to have a chance of overtaking down the main straight. He needs to get it perfect. He's managed to keep a good time. He's lost a bit, but Albertini looked quite slow through that, so this will be good for Aranogui as he goes over the sausage curb. Oh, there it all goes. Sausage curb to sausage curb, 15 and 14 there. That is not what he needed, and now he lost all that time that he just gained. You hate to see that if you are Aranogui. You love to see it if you're Albertini, though. Pitting now. Albertini, it seems he loses time through the first sector, but then manages to hold it and then gain time in the third. So that's very, very crucial knowledge that I think he needs to hold on to. He needs to know that he shouldn't be panicking when he see, like, look, see, it's already back up to say, oh, big struggle there, big back end spill out from Albertini, and Aranogui senses the pressure. He senses that he can maybe make something happen here. Down to 2/10 now through 14 or 13. Now through 14. He is right on the back of Albertini. Through 15 and now down towards 16. He is a lot closer. Oh, and he comes in the pit. Whoa! Aranogui comes in the pit. Maybe going for an undercut strategy here on Albertini. Let's take a look at the pit stop here as Aranogui comes in. Forces in for the stop. And it's good. Very nice stop. As he comes out behind Octavian. And he's 26 seconds behind. Pitted onto softs. That's a bold strategy. With 10.5 minutes remaining, Albertini now forced to react. And you can already see Aranogui's chipping away at the time. He's going to use Octavian as a bit of a speed boost. It's going to be crucial to see what Albertini decides to do, because he now needs to be in panic mode, because he needs to pit sooner rather than later, because Aranogui is going to be so much quicker on the softs, especially fresh ones at that. And Albertini on those, as you can see in the bottom there, those extremely worn mediums. Oh, you can see the tire wear right there. Does he come in? He stays out again. Albertini making bold decisions, as now you can see already Aranogui has gained 2 seconds. Will Albertini be trying to go for the end here? There's no way, surely. With now 9 minutes approaching remaining, I do not believe that he'll be able to make it to the end on those mediums. And he must be able to see that Aaron Nogues is gaining time on him. He must be able to see that. As now into the pits comes Poctavian for what will be his final stop. As Aaron Nogues, Poctavian, he might be able to maintain position. It's possible. That would be huge for the Subaru driver. But, Aaron Nogues is in a very good spot because he's now in position to overtake off pit stop in terms of the timing if he continues at this pace and if Albertini continues at his own pace. Let me know in the chat what you think of the strategy by Albertini right here. What do you think it is a smart decision or not? Because I personally thought he should have come in. As you see Poctavian pitting onto the softs. He will lose position to Pluxus, but he does come out fourth. So that's 3-4 for Subaru in what has been an incredible preseason race so far for them. Hats off to the whole organization. As now under 22 seconds is Aaron Nogues to Albertini. This will be very interesting to see as Albertini now heads around turn 10. What's he gonna do into the pits? It's what everyone's wondering. He's now so much under pressure. He stays out again. What is he doing? He's gonna try and go to the end, isn't he? Oh, what a bold decision. This is very reminiscent of like we saw this year. Max is Albertini, Lewis is Aaron Nogues. But the question is, will Aaron Nogues be able to make up the time with only 7.5 minutes remaining? That is the question. Very bold right here. But so far, he is losing time, but I don't think at this rate Aaron Nogues will catch him if he stays out. But will he stay out? That is the main question. As you can see, it's now approaching a 20-second gap. Pluxus is going to be right under pressure from Poctavian. Questions to be asked after this race. Who is the number one driver? Both look very even. Mediums and Poctavian on the soft, so he might have orders to let Poctavian through. He is on the faster compounds. They don't want to be fighting. Pluxus under pressure now, stays on the outside. Poctavian goes around the inside. He's going to have the move done. Beautiful, clean move from Poctavian. Raja in fifth, looking to now put some pressure on Pluxus. He pitted onto softs a couple laps ago, and now he is on lap 14, that is, and now he is looking to really get into fourth, and maybe, and he goes so wide out of turn 3. That'll cost him some tire screech and tire wear. Pluxus's tires are so destroyed, but he has to kind of work it out. And Raja again spins out. Oh, that's heartbreak. He was looking extremely quick. Once again. Ay, ay, ay. Winner will remain number one driver. There you go. For now. So Poctavian looking like he will hold that, as now Sven Respect is under pressure from Zach. But we look over here, 16-second gap. Albertini to Aaron Nogues, 5.5 minutes remaining. He has put in very quick lap times, those past two. He's lapping about 3 seconds quicker than Albertini is, which is incredible. So will he be able to do it? Down to 15 seconds and closing further. Subaru, you should maybe consider these as your main series drivers. They're driving incredible right now. Plux is still holding on, but he does have that 2.3 second penalty, so he will start having to worry about that soon, because he would stand to lose 2 more positions if he crosses the line with that penalty, obviously to Zach and Dutchman. But 13.5 seconds now. Aaron Ogies has gained so much time. Look at those tires for Albertini. Oh my gosh. $12 seconds now. It's definitely closing up. This will come down to the last couple of laps here, with really about 2 laps, maybe 3 remaining, depending on when they cross the line. So it looks like Albertini probably still will come away with the win after a very bold strategy from Aaron Ogies. But wow, he is just putting in. He set the fast lap too. That just shows you his pace. And we missed it, but Zach overtook Plexus. Dutchman could not quite do it, but now Dutchman looking to make a move on Zach. And he just about, oh, they make contact, and he just about gets it, I think, into turn 3. How's he going to look? Oh, he's held up by Plexus there, and now they're side by side. Plexus is now, this is just like the beginning of the race. Plexus barely leads Dutchman and Zach, and now they're 3 wide. Plexus serves a bit of his penalty, but it allows Dutchman to take the lead out of those 3 cars. Plexus now holding up Zach into turn 5. And will he try and make something happen? No, he can not make anything happen. 2.5 minutes remaining. Under 10 seconds for Aaron Ogies. He's going to have this lap and 1 more. It might happen. Oh my god, this is too close. You can see the tire wear though on the softs. Let's go back to this scrap though. Dutchman leads Plexus. Plexus still has that penalty, so that's probably he's probably not even gonna be able to serve that until the end. And Zach gets his nose inside, and they're side by side again. Down into turn 13. Turn 14, Plexus holds the inside. But, they make contact, they bump, and now Raja wants to get involved. Raja now, will he have the lead of all 3? He will! Beautiful driving from Raja. He comes right back in P5. Will he try and make something happen into Dutchman as well? But he now leads both Plexus and Zach. Disaster for Zach in his closing stages so far. Is he going to try and make another daring move down the inside of Raja? Yes, he is. Will he get it pulled off, though? They very close to touching there. He does not get it pulled off, but now Zach on the much fresher soft tires, right on the back, right on the rear diffuser of Plexus. He goes around the inside of turn 3. He is ahead as of right now. He has a much better positioning, and he stays ahead into turn 4. He goes very wide though. Plexus now, he lost the position now. Zach looking to overtake Raja here, very close, but let's look back up here. 6 seconds, Aaron Ogies goes wide. That's probably going to be it. They're each going to have 1 more lap, so if it's going to happen, it's going to happen there. But, man, if you're Aaron Ogies, you got to be questioning the strategy. You really just got to be curious about what the decision was. You can see him, for most of these other drivers here, the race will be over. Unless Albertini makes it. Like, look at those tires. Oh, he's driving very, very slowly, though. Let's just stay on Albertini as the... That changes everything. 2.6 second penalty. That changes everything. Wow. So now Aaron Ogies has to see that and really start to be putting the power down. He only needs to gain 2.1 seconds in order to... take and steal this victory. So that's crazy. Aaron Ogies really putting the power down. Let's just stay on him real quick. Low fuel. Both have low fuel. Oh, and everyone else is finishing. It's just going to be these two down to the wire. Aaron Ogies, we know that he's fast through the second sector. Let's see how fast he can be on the softs. 3.6 seconds. Still has the 2.6 second penalty on Albertini. I wonder, oh, he must see the penalty now, Aaron Ogies. He must sense that he can make a move on the softs. Look at those warns. Oh, this is going to come down to it. Oh, no, and Aaron Ogies picks up half a second. That'll surely end any hope of taking it right at the end. Oh, heartbreak for Aaron Ogies. As for a second there, it really looks like it. But alas, coming down the final turns now, Albertini leads Aaron Ogies. Albertini comes through to win the preseason race for the main series CCRL in Barcelona, Catalunya. Checkered flag for Albertini as he slows right at the end to take it. And there it goes. Aaron Ogies comes home in second. Cheeky from Aaron Ogies. Almost got it pulled off. But wow, what a race. Drama at the end. Congrats to you, Albertini. Beautiful race. That was preseason race number 1 for, probably the only one actually, never mind, for CCRL main series. What a race indeed, Pekka. Please make sure to drop a follow. Recommend us to any racing enthusiast friends you may have. We have action-packed races every Friday. Now we have 2 races every Friday, so double the excitement, double the fun. We have one at 9 in the morning Pacific Standard Time for the feeder series, and then 11 in the morning for the 11 in the morning for the main series. Albertini did come home to take the lead, followed by Aaron Ogies, followed by Poctavian. I'll grab the screenshot of the rest of it in a moment. But what a race. I will be ending the stream now. Thank you all for coming out, and I cannot wait to see you for the full race opener in Austria. Thank you very much, and have a good night, everyone in Europe. Grazie ragazzi.